Another wonderful thing that we have here in Belhaven is the Eudore Welty house. And this little treasure definitely needs to be on your list.
Hi, I'm Lauren Rhodes, the director of the Eudore Welty House and Garden. One thing that's really special about our house, the Eudore Welty house, is that it's one of the most intact literary homes in the country. Eudore Welty lived here for 76 years, from 1925 to 2001. And almost all of her belongings are still in the house, just as it was in the 1980s. So you can see all of that on a tour when we're open.
I tell people all the time, you don't have to have read Eudora, you don't have to know, a lot about her to appreciate the house. You'll learn a lot about the time period and just her life and through those decades that she lived. I just always find it fascinating that she never got married, she never had kids, but you never hear any word of this like spinster or like old lady. Like, that lady was involved. She was involved in art, she was involved in her neighborhood, and it's just it's a testament to her and Jackson. And so, Lauren, tell us an interesting fact or two about the gardens in the back. It's so fascinating.
Yeah, so the Welty Gardens are one of 2 public botanical gardens in the state of Mississippi, so we're really lucky to have that in Jackson. Eudora and her mom designed the gardens in the 1920s. So the period of time that the gardens look like is between 1925 to 1945. So it's like a historical living exhibit is what we call it.
Oh.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Eudore Welty House, where we announce all of our upcoming public programs. We're also hosting a virtual book club called Welty at Home, and we're going to be reading her novel Losing Battles over the course of 10 weeks. So that will start the week of April 27th. So more details on all future events on Facebook and Instagram at Eudore Welty House.
Back in 1965, 9 progressive-minded people wanted to make a change in the theater scene in Jackson. This once was the Jackson Little Theater, and although they were active in that theater, it was the mid-60s, and they just thought it was time for some change. So the Jackson Little Theater was segregated, and you also had to have a membership to be a part of, or to be able to come to the shows. And they wanted something a little bit different.
Hi, I'm Francine Reynolds, Artistic Director here at New Stage Theater in Jackson. Right now, our seats are empty and our stage is a blank canvas. Like so many others, we've hit the pause button. But I'm confident we'll be back soon with comedies and dramas and musicals through our season subscription series, and extras like our holiday show, children's shows, and cabarets. Our theater will be full again with both adults and kids taking classes and camps. Soon, there will be scenery and actors on that stage and people in these seats. Until then, check out our digital programming on our website, newstagetheater.com, and on our Facebook pages. I look forward to seeing you and hearing your laughter in our audience soon.
New Stage came alive, and in January of 1966, they did their first play at the New Stage that was on the corner of Gallatin and Hooker Streets with Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, which was kind of racy for the time back then. The thing that they wanted to do was make it for everyone. So they wanted a professional theater, not an amateur theater, where everyone got paid down to the set design. They also wanted to make it for everyone, so anybody could just come up and like buy 1 ticket for a show. You didn't have to have a membership. And also, it was desegregated.
Hi, I'm Joanne Robinson. I'm an actor at New Stage Theater. And when the theater first opened, the first show that they did was Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. It was very cutting edge at the time. Well, 50 years later, for the 50-year anniversary, the show was reprised and I played Martha. Here's a couple of Martha's lines. Oh, listen, sweetheart. I can drink you under any table you want, so don't worry about me. If you existed, I'd divorce you.
The Jackson Little Theater closed in 1978, and New Stage assumed the property here and has been here ever since, putting out wonderful performances that are for everyone. my stories today, please feel free to tip your tour guide.